I learned that teaching is more important to not to teach content or like a theory to somebody, but to teach them skills for living in a richer ontology. So Bert was still a university teacher and would still kind of help people develop arguments and think systematically about how to read Kierkegaard or how to read Heidegger and write a paper about an issue of philosophical importance. You were still learning a kind of theoretical skill, even though it was grounded in this existential concern and this immersion in the indeterminacy and perplexity. It was still supposed to resolve into a paper with an argument and a thesis and so forth. So Fernando was not a university teacher. He had a consulting program, consulting company, and a coaching, kind of life coaching approach. And he had a way of locating the ontology that somebody lives in and helping them break out of it or have a richer ontology. What does it mean to live in ontology? It means to have certain habits of conversation and habits of what you notice. So the engineering, this is one that we spoke about earlier. Engineers live in an ontology of problem solving. They see problems, they want to have the procedures to solve them, and they go after them. That's what they notice in life. That's what they're good at. That's what they're attuned to. They live in an ontology of problem solving. But that's in the Fernando approach, he says he helps people see that they live in an ontology, and then he helps them realize that you, as a conversational being and a moody being, you have the capacity to learn new conversational skills, to not just be stuck in the problem-solving way or transmitting information, but to awaken to your capacity to coordinate, to co-create a world with others in conversation, and to focus on, there's a variation on this, to focus on what matters to you and what your dream of life could be, and to coordinate with others to create it. So he wanted to he sometimes called this the ontological detox. You have to show people that they live in an ontology that kind of prevents them from seeing the full richness of being human. If they're always looking for problems to solve, if they're always looking for information and procedures, and instead help them develop the skills to relate to life as an adventure, but one that has a structure of conversation and of paying attention to the moods that you live in and the moods of the organization that you work in, and to know that moods shape our possibilities. If you're in a mood of resignation, you don't see possibilities. That's what the mood of resignation is. Everything feels overdetermined and there's nothing you can do here. But a mood of ambition is a mood where you see challenges as opportunities to prove yourself and to test yourself and to test your community to overcome. So helping people see that we live in moods and that we live in that we can develop our conversational skills for making better offers, making better requests, making declarations in our communities about the concerns that we're going to take care of. In that general sense, waking up to the joy and the mystery of life and going for it. That's one of the ways I learned about teaching from Fernando.
I have to say that reminds me of something you said about nature, which I don't remember exactly, or maybe it was even Dreyfus, but it comes from this tradition of there being meaning. Nature is meaning in a sense. And I don't know why it reminds me of that, but it had something to do with the tangling, or it seems to me that what you just described, when you put all of that together with the sense that that we're immersed in meaning and all the stuff that we've been talking about with caring, then that's a different kind of, that's a kind of gift, right? That you can maybe express for other people that seems pretty important right now, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I like that sense that the meaning is out there, so to speak. It's not in your head. You don't have to make it up. You don't have to decide it. The meaning of life is out there in the issues that matter in our world now, and in the relationships that you have, and in the strange history, the unique life history that each of us is, in the historical moment that we all live in. That the meaning isn't just in the head. It's in this kind of social historical space that sets up some issues as important and some issues as irrelevant. And given your history, can attract you, pull you, grab you. That's the way Bert liked to talk about it. Something grabs you. But then you have the wherewithal and the sense of adventure enough to allow yourself to be grabbed, sometimes without a plan.